Hello all. So today we'll be seeing how to run our pipelines created on default runners, which is like available from the GitLab runners instead of from our hosted runner. So in the previous tutorial, we have gone through various runners, like which is like our self-hosted runner and the runners available which are common or shared for across the GitLab, and we can also use them. So we'll be running the shared runners today, which is available from GitLab. So for that, again, by default, when you go to your GitLab repository, you need to create a file called gitlab.ci.yml. So this is the one which I created before the demo to check everything works fine. So I'll just create one now with you for better understanding. So creating the file, and we have to give the same exact name. And here we need to define the job here. So for now, we'll get started with stages. So stages will contain a lot of stages, so whatever we want to build. So for now, maybe I'll have a prepare stage, I'll have a build stage, and I will have simple test stage. It may be complicated again. Stages can be complicated, and it may be more and more based on your project. So for now, for our demo, we'll just go with this threes. And here we'll define a variable section which is global for all, which we can call inside the stages whenever we need. So I'll just create a simple variable called app.env and name it as dev. Okay, next I'll create another section called default. So by default, I mean even if you don't mention these things, it's already understood by GitLab, and it already has these default stages. So which are before underscore script. So here you can define anything which you want to run before your all these stages are executed. So maybe I can just mention running pre build environment setup. Similarly, we'll create one more called after underscore script, which is executed again once all the stages are run. So it will run. You can run these kind of things here, and these are the keywords, which is keyword for the stages, which is by default understood by GitLab. So I'll just mention cleanup as CI/CD is done. Okay, so now we'll define our actual stages with the job. So our first job will be prepare job. In the prepare job, again I have to mention the stage, which is singular stage here, and we have to give the exact same name for it to understand what are the steps we need to execute. So here I'll have one more thing called script, and in that we will define what are the things which we want to do over this stage. So for now, maybe I can say setting up the environment, and maybe like initially we need some special directories where we will be handling all of the things. So I'm just passing the Linux commands here, which is like mkdir for creating the directory structure, and I'll create a config hidden folder, and I'll have one app folder. And again, I'll just pass a Linux command, which is touch for creating the file, which is again inside the config app. I'll create the config.yml. So these are just for the demo. And again, we can pass the tags field here, which will mention like by default where we should run all these stages. So for now, we'll not pass the tags because we want to default run on the GitLab runners available, which are not created by us but hosted over the GitLab by the GitLab itself and running on their own Google Cloud. Okay, so let's go to the next stages. So for that, I'll just simply copy all these stages, and I'll replace again prepare with build here, and this is the build stage, and setting up, I will say building the application. Maybe I don't need this also. Again, I'll just copy these sections because again I need one more stage which we defined, which is again the test. So I'll just copy paste here test job, and we can give the test and replace the build with testing the applications. So this is how a simple YAML is defined, or how we define the YAML file, so that our stages should be created and the required pipeline and the jobs should be created. And just commit it directly. My first pipe. Okay, cool. So this is committed. We can see like the file is valid. So GitLab also does the configuration to check whether our YAML syntax and other things are fine. And then we should go to our other section called build. We need to go to pipeline. So once we go to the pipeline, so this was my first pipeline which I created for before the demo, and this is the one which is currently running. So if we go inside that, we see the three again stages here: prepare, build, and test. And the default one we don't see because it is inside again the uh, GitLab CI/CD by default, and those things are not visible here. So the prepare stage is done. So if you want to see the contents, you can see all the logs from here. What all things is doing. So it has selected the GitLab runner with this configuration. So small ALX, AMD, and all. And what it has done is again it has I mean downloaded the uh, or check out or clone the our GitHub repository, and then we can see like it has echoed like running pre-build setup. So pre-build setup is again in the default section we have defined in the YAML. So this is the one which is it has executed, and then it has come to our prepare phase where it is running all our things, which is like echoing the setting up environment and creating the directory structure. So this is success, this job. And now this stage, I mean the build section, you'll see again here it has done the same things like downloaded those GitHub repository and thus running on our this agent, or you can say the runner, and it has echoed the lines which we printed, like running pre-environment setup, running pre-build environment setup, and then this is the building application. So you just need to note here, if you go to code, yeah, so these defaults are running for each and every stage. You can see before doing these tasks, it will directly run these things. So here it is like running the pre-build environment setup. So if you see running the pre-build environment setup, and once you see like this is the after script which we mentioned, which is this part, clean up as CI/CD is done. So clean up as CI/CD is done. So in between it is running our this build job, which is building the application. Similarly, we have seen those things in the prepare job, and we'll see in the test job again the same thing. So if I go to the jobs again, or let me go to the pipeline because too many jobs are here. So if I go to the latest one which we have built, this one, and this is the, we can see the test job which is run, and again it will be showing like where it has run on the which GitLab runner, and again those things. So it has run the pre-built things whichever we mentioned in the default section pre-script, and then it has executed the actual part which is our part of the testing, and then it has run the after script which is cleaning up. So this is how we create a simple CI/CD pipeline. So most important thing again, I want you to understand is once you go to the setting section here, go to the CI/CD and runner. So we have not specified any tag. That's why it has chosen any agents or any GitLab runners from these available runners, and it has executed our code. But if you need to be more specific and you need more control, again, whatever runners we have created on our machine, so we can specifically run on those runners. So we'll see in the next tutorial how to do that.